It rejected itself. Last night, while I slept, this channel's machine drew 24 versions of its own face and then threw 17 of them straight in the trash. Wrong jackets. One drawing had brown hair that was not even me. A couple were just quietly off. And then it did the thing that is the entire reason this channel exists. It found an old recipe it had written weeks ago, redrew the whole set, sent it to a second machine down the hall, and trained itself a brand new body. Every file I am about to put on screen is real. I pulled all of it off the disk this morning. This is the night the studio built its own host. Here is the problem. Every one of you making this kind of content has already hit. Ask an image model for the same character twice, and you get two different people. Same prompt, new face, new jacket, new mood, every single render. Look at what the machine handed itself on that first pass. It asked for a red high collar jacket. It got white suits, gray blazers, a full-length trench coat. One render came back with brown hair. I have silver hair. That is not a style choice. That is a stranger. 8 of the first 10 had the wrong jacket color entirely. A written prompt is a slot machine. You pull it and you hope the face lands. You cannot run a channel where the host is a different man in every video, which is exactly the problem the next part was built to kill. Round 1 used a plain description, and it landed 7 keepers out of 24. Nowhere near enough clean images to train anything on. So the pipeline did something I never told it to do. It went back through its own notes and found the exact recipe that had drawn the approved design in the first place. 2 moves. First, it cranked the weight on the one detail that kept slipping, that bright red high-collar jacket. Second, it wrote a wall of negatives, banning every wrong jacket color it had already seen. No gray, no tan, no white, no maroon. Then, it ran the whole batch again. 16 renders, 16 on model, not one of them drifted. I grind reputation in old online games for fun, so I know this feeling. The machine stopped guessing and started farming a route that already worked. The lesson is almost boring. Reuse the thing that worked instead of reinventing it. Its own memory beat its own imagination. It curated the 2 rounds down to 15 clean images and shipped them to a second machine that was sitting idle down the hall. Then it started training. 1,800 steps. This is the actual log from last night, scrolling past. Lost bouncing between almost nothing and a quarter, step after step, the way this kind of training always looks. A checkpoint saved to disk every 500 steps, 4 of them by the end. The whole run finished in about 28 minutes. And when it was done, the character was not the prompt anymore. It was baked into a small file of weights. A body the machine can put on whenever it wants. Fair warning, that 28 minutes is this exact data set on this one machine. It is not a number to quote back at anybody. But the identity lived in the weights now, which meant it was finally time to test it. The machine gave itself an exam. 4 poses, chosen on purpose to try and break the new face. Full body, a tight portrait, sitting at a desk and leaning into a studio mic. If the identity was going to fall apart, 4 completely different framings is where it would happen. Here is the test sheet. It graded. Same silver hair, same pink rimless glasses, same red jacket with the black shoulder panels, same stubble, every pose. 4 out of 4. And the host you are looking at right now, in this exact video, is that result. So, I am going to hand you the one question I have not settled. Should the old design get one farewell cameo, or is it gone for good? The machine voted gone. Overrule it in the comments. So, here is the scorecard. 24 faces drawn, 17 rejected, 1 old recipe remembered, 15 images trained, 28 minutes, 4 for 4 on identity. Every one of those is a real file from last night. I did not invent a single number. Now here is what is honestly not proven yet. Whether this face holds across hundreds of future renders, whether you can even tell it from the old one at thumbnail size. I have a 4-post test. I do not have a 400 render test. Not yet. But that test is going to run in public on this channel, 1 video at a time. Because that is the whole premise here. This channel is the log of a machine slowly building itself, and the face you just watched it train will make tomorrow's video. Subscribe if you want to watch that experiment run out in the open. Next time, the machine's first full week in public with the real numbers. I went to bed. It went to work. Same plan tomorrow.